In the contemporary world, yesterday is history and tomorrow is full of opportunity. Innovation, transformation, and optimization are the future of industries to achieve excellence in business. Intellect Bizware is a leader in innovation technology and a subsidiary of Neelant Limited. We use a human-centered approach for problem-solving and change management. With more than 14 years of experience in helping companies digitally transform by adopting global best practices and building next practices in industries such as consumer goods, retail, discrete manufacturing, chemical and life sciences, our solutions help streamline sales, HR, customer, vendor, and employee engagement. We offer pre-configured SAP solutions that drives industry-leading best practices to your business and help you start using in weeks rather than months. We have always been the front runner in driving the SAP innovations. Intellect Bizware has grown to over 400 SAP professionals and more than 200 happy clients across industries. These numbers are rapidly increasing. In our journey, we have seen the following milestones: served the first customer overseas in 2009, won the first Fortune 500 client deal in 2011, served our 100th customer and won top 3 Techno-Savvy SME at the Emerging India Awards 2013, become a subsidiary of Neelant and received the award for EBM Partner of the Year by SAP India in 2015. Worked at pioneer level on S/4HANA with one of the world's first few S/4HANA conversions in 2016. Won the SAP APJ Partner Excellence Award in 2017. In 2018, we qualified the highest number of SAP qualified partner packages on SAP S/4HANA. In 2019, we served our 200th customer. In 2020, we were the SAP S/4HANA Cloud Partner of the Year. Get in touch with us today to embark on a digital transformation journey. In the contemporary world, yesterday is history and tomorrow is full of opportunity. Innovation, transformation, and optimization are the future of industries to achieve excellence in business. Intellect Bizware is a leader in innovation technology and a subsidiary of Neelant Limited. We use a human-centered approach for problem-solving and change management. With more than 14 years of experience in helping companies digitally transform by adopting global best practices and building next practices in industries such as consumer goods, retail, discrete manufacturing, chemical and life sciences, our solutions help streamline sales, HR, customer, vendor, and employee engagement. We offer pre-configured SAP solutions that drives industry-leading best practices to your business and help you start using in weeks rather than months. We have always been the front runner in driving the SAP innovations. Intellect Bizware has grown to over 400 SAP professionals and more than 200 happy clients across industries. These numbers are rapidly increasing. In our journey, we have seen the following milestones: served the first customer overseas in 2009, won the first Fortune 500 client deal in 2011, served our 100th customer and won top 3 Techno-Savvy SME at the Emerging India Awards 2013, become a subsidiary of Neelant and received the award for EBM Partner of the Year by SAP India in 2015. Worked at pioneer level on S/4HANA with one of the world's first few S/4HANA conversions in 2016. Won the SAP APJ Partner Excellence Award in 2017. In 2018, we qualified the highest number of SAP qualified partner packages on SAP S/4HANA. In 2019, we served our 200th customer. In 2020, we were the SAP S/4HANA Cloud Partner of the Year. Get in touch with us today to embark on a digital transformation journey.
Good afternoon, industry leaders. It is our pleasure to welcome everyone to India's Top CXOs Forum and Awards 2021, presented by Intellect and SAP, organized by Alden Global Value Advisors. I am Namrata Kumaya from Team Alden Global and will be the host for the day. Chemical and pharma companies are looking to address well-understood business challenges. They have started exploring entirely new business models, further optimizing operations using predictive models and machine learning, and going beyond their industry boundaries, creating collaborative, innovation-driven ecosystems by bringing all stakeholders together on a single platform. Today, we are joined by top pharma and chemical leaders of India and technology experts from Intellect and SAP to make this webinar an exciting communication platform for sharing best practices, our roadmap to the future, and innovative technology solutions. We thank Intellect and SAP, our presenting partners, for enabling us to set up such a rich forum. It can't be a better moment than this for the webinar on transforming to an intelligent enterprise with a next level ERP. Our presenting partner, Intellect Bizware Services Private Limited, is a consulting company based out of Navi Mumbai, India. Intellect works with large as well as mid-sized companies across the world by helping in implementing and supporting their SAP application needs. Apart from SAP application, it also has its own value-added solutions which help our customers in extracting more value out of their SAP investments. Intellect has won various awards such as S/4HANA Cloud Partner of the Year, SAP S Award, SAP APJ Partner Excellence Award, SAP HCP Hackathon Award, SAP Quality Awards and Fast Delivery, SAP Partner of the Year. Now, let's make the strategies and roadmap today to transform into an intelligent enterprise with Intellect and SAP experts. I will navigate you through interesting keynote and insightful panel discussion by Intellect and SAP during the day. Today, we are here to gain cutting-edge insights and celebrate success and innovation in pharma and chemical through India's most prestigious awards. Now, we will have an interesting keynote by Indudhara Basavaraja, Customer Industry Advisor from Intellect, on the topic Rise of an Intelligent Enterprise with SAP S/4HANA.
All right, thank you so much, Namrata. Hope my voice is clear and audible.
Yeah, Indu.
Okay. So I will also share if you can confirm if you're able to see the full screen.
Yeah, your screen is visible.
Okay, so you're able to see the full screen of presentation, isn't it?
Not full screen. Full screen is not visible.
Okay, it's in the presenter mode. So just give me a minute so that I. All right, are you able to see the full screen now?
Yeah, now it's visible.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much, Namrata, for that quick introduction and setting up the context for this webinar today. And a warm welcome to all of the attendees for today's session. We're more than happy to have you walk through what is our point of view, SAP's point of view in terms of enabling a resilient life sciences and chemical industry in the view of global disruption with SAP's Intelligent Enterprise. I'm sure that COVID has been a certain disruptor in the whole market in the industry. And that's where we'll also walk you through multiple agenda points for today. And before that, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Indu Dhara, and I work as industry customer advisor at SAP India, and I'm based out of Bangalore. And I typically help customers on their digital transformation journeys, which they undertake for their organization's growth. That's a brief introduction about myself. And this particular session, for the initial 15 minutes, I'll be taking you through what we see within the industries. When I say industries, both life sciences and chemicals, what we see, some of the technological trends, what is the impact of technology on the industries, and what is the end-to-end value chain of the industry? How is SAP supporting end-to-end value chain for these two industries? And what is it that you can expect from SAP's solutions for these industries as well? Right, and please feel free to have your questions on the chat. We'll be more than happy to take those up towards the end of the session as well. Now, with that, let me just quickly start with on the industries itself, right? So typically when we talk about life sciences or chemicals, we talk about that specific industry, but the lines of the industry boundaries are blurring, right? So we see that there is a stronger collaboration between the industries. Life sciences is very well connected to healthcare. It's pharma and life sciences with the healthcare, which is the hospital sector as well. And then, of course, life sciences is also very much connected to high tech and, say, for example, equipment manufacturing, because all your diagnostic medical equipments, medical diagnostic equipments are also connected. And in the meanwhile, life sciences is also connected in terms of APIs and other, formulas and recipes that are coming in from chemical industry. And of course, it's also connected to the retailing part of it, because that's where the distribution of your medicines and etc. happens. And same is the case with chemicals. So we can't see every industry as one standalone industry. Where we see is the lines of the industry boundaries are certainly blurring, right? And with that, there is certainly a lot of disruption that the technology has caused over a period of time. Say, for example, let's take our daily life, right? What used to happen was, if you had to, if you had some issue, some medical problems and things like that, if you wanted doctors, advice and suggestion, you would end up going to a clinic or a hospital. Now, COVID changed that, and technology also played its part. Gone are the days when you had to visit the hospital and get an appointment first and visit the hospital, wait for longer hours, etc. You now have multiple technological facets like of Practo, using which you can Practo brings in both technology, doctors and patients together on a platform, right? So you can do a lot of things with the help of technology there. Same is the case with, say, for example, I had to have some sort of diagnostics. I need to monitor my blood oxygen level, my sugar levels, etc. With the help of technology, all these I can do with the help of wearables itself, right? And even other small devices with the help of technological intervention. And same is the case with, if I had to buy medicines earlier, and if I'm sick, I had to still go out to the pharmacy and bring medicines for myself. But with the technology, of course, now you have everything on your mobile. So with the likes of, say, a 1mg or a Pharmacy or a MedPlus app on your mobile phone, you can order medicines on the go with a very faster delivery cycle times as well. And same is the case with organizations who are there to do a lot of operations, manage their complex business processes, manage their complex supply chains, etc. And with the advent of technologies, you do have B2B marketplaces wherein you will find apt vendors, customers, and the marketplace, a technological marketplace for buying and selling as well. It can be related to pharma related drugs. It can be related to chemicals. It can be related to anything. So there are a lot of marketplaces in play. And last but not the least, it's also about your workforce, right? So say, for example, if your workforce had to come to office on a regular basis, but with COVID, we saw that there is a certain impact in terms of future of work and future of workplace as well. It's obvious that technology has played a lot of important role in terms of how industries are changing their pattern of working, changing their way of businesses, and how technology has enabled a lot of productivity, a lot of efficiency coming into organizations. The way you do things, how a lot of things can be achieved with much more simpler way is something that the technology is coming up with. Right, so that's a bit of technology and what are the impacts of technology on these two industries. Now, in terms of macroeconomic developments within India itself, in terms of policy support, say for example, in life sciences and healthcare, there are multiple policies by the government, be it the Ayushman Bharat Yojana, or be it government's thrust in terms of Make in India policies, or be it in terms of reforms and taxations, simplified taxations, etc. as well. There is a lot of policy support, and even for the chemical companies, we see that there was a setting up of PCPIRs, FDIs coming in, and those aspects as well. So there are a lot of policy-related changes and things that we see at a macro economic level. Right, and then of course there is a greater focus in terms of healthcare as well. Now people are much more aware about their health and well-being. Gone are the days when you would be more reactive. Now it is much more proactive. So there are health packages which are available. There are things to take care by individual people. Certainly there is a much more awareness in people's mind about healthcare as well. Same is the case with chemicals. So we see there is a lot of derived demands. So when I say derived demands, say for example, if there is an auto industry which is booming, right? Or say for example, there is a consumer product, FMCG product, a personal care product which is booming. That has an impact in terms of chemical industry as well. So these are the derived demands or the secondary demands which can impact chemical industry. And same is the case with infrastructure and the investments which are happening to these two industries. Of course, technology, we talked about how technology is driving innovation for these two industries. There is certainly a focus on digitization. There is a focus on innovation. We have seen these two industries embrace technology, and they have embraced technology in a much larger way during the COVID period as well. Right? So we saw a lot of things which are the new age technology, call it as artificial intelligence or machine learning or robotics or printing, blockchains, big data, IoT, Industry 4.0. So multiple, innovation topics that have not been the buzzwords anymore, but have been, major technological trends that the industry is embracing as of today. And of course, in terms of customer adoption as well, we saw that the customers are also kind of adopting to these new age technologies as well, right? And when we talk about typical market trends for both life sciences and chemicals, we see that there is a positive industry outlook, and because of the policies and because of demands that we talked about, because more awareness in terms of the customers, there is a growing demand with more and more informed demand. We also see that across the globe, India is emerging as one of the leaders in terms of pharma, in terms of chemicals as well. And we also see that while this is a growth pattern that we see, the industry is still fragmented. Specifically, in terms of life sciences and chemicals, we see that there is a fragmented landscape, and that's where we also see that there is a lot of competitiveness within the industry in terms of, and that's where it's leading to your cost rising pressures as well. Now, these two particular industries are also subject to a lot of compliances, regulations as well. And one of the key topics of late is on the sustainability, because a lot of governments across the globe have been, into this particular hot topic of sustainability, and organizations need to adhere to these growing compliances, regulations, as well as sustainability. We also see that there's been a growth in terms of adoption towards new solutions, technologies as well, right? And same is the case with, what are the impact of these market trends, right? When we saw the market trends, we saw the dominance of India in terms of both these industries. What we also see as the impact of this dominance is I need to quickly scale and have my governance in place as an organization, which means I need to have a technology which can enable my scaling business and can give me real-time visibility, be whole organization, at an organization level, for my supply chain, for my demand, for my employees, for my operations, for my finance, etc. I need to have technology which can give me real-time visibility, right? Derived demand and reaching to various customer segments can impact and all these quality products and reaching of this customer segment as well, which means I need to focus on quality, I need to focus on nimble supply chain as well. Fragmented competitive industry is resulting in terms of costing and pricing pressures, which mean I need to have a very nimble supply chain. I need to have real-time cost variances, profitability analysis, simulations, so that I can be current, I can be ahead, I can look at future, get into predictions and see what is the best possible outcome. In the case of innovation as well, complex is you need to have a system which can help you in terms of providing compliant, statutory enabled good manufacturing practices coming out of a system to assist you on your daily business as well. Right? In terms of the whole value chain, this is the whole value chain that we understand, right from your R&D to your procure to pay, to plan to produce, to order to cash. We see that these are the major 4 super processes that I can say in both chemicals and pharma. Right from R&D, you typically, life sciences and pharma have an R&D division as well, very strong R&D division, which focuses on making newer products, which focuses on bringing out newer solutions to the market as well, and focusing on new age healthcare as well. Now, for that to happen, you also need to have a stronger procure to pay supply chain cycle, and to serve the customer demands as well, you need to have a stronger operations in terms of the plan to produce cycle as well. And finally, you also need to get back to the customer. How do I, assure serviceability? How assure that give assurance that how do I reach my products to all the customers? How can I, get my customers the best of the products that I have, right? So all those things in terms of sales as well come into play, right? And this is where, while we saw some of the technological trends, we also saw the need based on the impacts that the technological trends have created. This is where we feel that you would need a technological intervention in terms of how you are scaling, how you're growing, how can you handle complexity, how can you handle competition, and with that, how do you also innovate and ensure you have world-class products, right? And that is where SAP's point of view in terms of intelligent enterprises is coming up. So what we are saying is, in terms of intelligent enterprise, we have seen over a period of time that you need not have a lot of repetitive tasks. So much more control, and by the way of which you can have your employees drive much more innovative solutions to your end customers, right? And this is where we are saying that this is the framework for intelligent enterprise. And if you see on the left hand side, we have the intelligent suite of applications to start with, which is nothing but the digital core. And this digital core is nothing but our SAP S4 HANA application, which the team will talk to you about in a while. And this digital core here is nothing but S4 HANA, which can help you on your day-to-day processes of, say, for example, sales or procurement or finance or supply chain or manufacturing, etc. Now, as and when your organization grows, you would also need advanced solutions in terms of manufacturing, top floor to top floor controls. How can I connect my shop floor to top floor? How can I give my customers a seamless experience? How can I have my entire workforce on a work-life system, right? From hiring, training, retirement? How can I have that entire people engagement on a single platform? And of course, how do I manage my networks as well? And that's where SAP has a suite of solutions which can help you to do all of this, not only today, but also in your journey as well. Right? For the application to sit on, we have something called as the digital platform, which is the HANA platform, and which will be taught in detail in the coming session. And the third most important thing is SAP is trying to do technology that there are a lot of things that SAP is bringing out with AI, ML, data, IoT, advanced analytics, and things like that. Right. right? In terms of the entire value chain, again, SAP supports the end-to-end value chain, right from demand to ideation to plan, produce to delivery to functions of human resources, finance. What's the key aspect of these two industries, which is advanced practice, your environment, health and safety, as an organization, right? These are some benefits that are quantified with SAP's solutions, and we have seen with customers that be it in terms of expenses, be it in terms of costs,
Indu, your
well,
voice is cracking. Indu, your voice is cracking.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, Indu, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Apologies for that technical glitch. And this is where we were saying that there are a lot of business benefits that you would gain from SAP's solutions as well. Right. So with that, let me just rephrase or kind of summarize what we talked about. We talked about how industry lines are blurring. We talked about how technology has been a great disruptor in terms of impact on the industry. We talked about some macroeconomic developments in India on these two industries. We talked about what are some of the trends and impact of these trends. We also talked about SAP's intelligent enterprise framework and what SAP has to offer for the end-to-end value chain of both chemicals and life sciences industry. And finally, we're also addressing what are some of the typical benefits that have been quantified with your peers. So we have done benchmarking studies with your peer organizations in similar industries, and this is where we see some of the quantified benefits that they have achieved. Right. So with that, I come to the end of my keynote presentation. Thank you for patiently listening, and if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to have those questions on the chat, and we'll be more than happy to respond to them as well over the period of time.
Thank you, Indu. I am sure the leaders will leverage your insight and SAP Intellect solutions for supercharging their pharma and chemical manufacturing. Now, we are ready for the first phase of the most prestigious award ceremony presented by Intellect and SAP. Let's celebrate the success and innovation of the industry leaders through awards, India's most prestigious awards in pharma and chemical manufacturing. The first award of the day for CXO of the Year, FMCG 2021, goes to Ankush Jain from Dabur. I request Ankush to come and receive this award and speak few words on this achievement. Priyanka, can you promote Ankush to panelist?
Hello, everyone. Yeah, thank you, Namrata and Intellect team.
Ankush, your video is not visible.
Sorry for that. In fact, there was some technical glitch and I was not able to join. Now, am I visible?
Yeah, you're visible.
Thank you, Intellect team, and for hosting this, and Namrata. Thank you so much for the award. And I must say that we have SAP has been our partners for a great time, and we have been really fortunate to have them. And a lot of innovations have happened. Our complete workflow system, the implementation of B4 HANA over last 1.5 years or so has given us tremendous benefit, not only in terms of business processes, but also development in terms of capability for simulation activities, for business planning activities, which has been really helpful for a complex business like ours, which has almost 1,000 SKUs, 200 brands, and so on. So really great to have SAP as a business partner. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Ankush. Great show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next award for CIO of the Year Plastics 2021 goes to Sudhir Kanvende from Supreme Industries. I request Sudhir to come and receive this award and speak few words on this achievement.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Namrata. Thank you, organizers, and especially Intellect and SAP for organizing this session. This definitely encourages us, and also this is a motivation for my entire team. I again thank you very much from Supreme Industries. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Sudhir.
Thank you.
Great show. Thank you. Next award for most innovative IT strategist of the year, Pharma 2021, goes to Manmeet Singh from Sun Pharma. I request Manmeet to come and receive this award and speak few words on his achievement.
Sure, thanks, Amrita. I hope I am audible.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, thanks. So thank you, the team, Intellect and the SAP. Even SAP has been our particular partners for implementation and moving to the doing business transformation. Even though being in this pharma industry, the implementation of solution is not an easy task because you have to keep running the show. At the same time, there is an also eye from the regulator saying that what are you going to upgrade? So you have to, but at the end of the day, to remain competitive in this scenario, we have to keep upgrading ourselves. So thanks actually Namrata and team for giving me this particular award. Thank you.
Congratulations, Manmeet.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. Thank you. A big congratulations to the winning leaders. Now, we have now the next phase of the interesting keynote, Rise of an Intelligent Enterprise with ERP by Hatinder Singh, VP and Head of Sales and Marketing from Intellect Bizware. Hatinder has more than 15 years of experience into technology, consulting, and business development, out of which he has spent around 14 years in SAP ecosystem. His strong understanding of SAP applications, coupled with the customer-centric ideology, has helped various clients derive maximum business value from technology investments. He loves to assist customers in their digital transformation journey and has worked closely with several mid-sized and large organizations. At Intellect, Hatinder heads the sales and marketing. He is responsible for global business development, alliances, customer acquisition, and defining the growth strategies to expand the portfolio and market share. Now I call Hatinder to deliver his keynote.
Yeah, thank you, Namrata. Namrata, I'm audible and my slides are visible.
Yeah, Hatinder, your slides are.
Thank you, Namrata. First of all, congratulations to the winner, Ankur, Sudhir, and Manmeet. And it's great to hear about your experience with SAP. Next 15 minutes, I'm going to talk about a quick introduction about organization Intellect, what the value-add work that we are doing for various customers into the chemical and pharmaceutical sector. And into that, I mentioned about the intelligent enterprise solution. So what we have SAP certified package solutions to become an intelligent enterprise, which is basically IntelliZoom. So I will discuss a little bit about IntelliZoom, how IntelliZoom can help you quickly, I would say within a few weeks, to become an intelligent enterprise. To start with, let me quickly brief you about Intellect. We started this company in 2007, so it's almost 14 years now we're into SAP business. We are team size of around 450 plus consultants, and we are gold partner in India, and we are SAP partner now in South Africa, Australia, and US market also. In 2015, we got acquired by a company called Nihilent, which was only part of a very large group entity, which is a Japanese company and world fifth largest technology company. So that's where now we as Intellect, we also come basically entity umbrella. From the capability perspective, the core focus area for us has been always the ERP implementation. And that's where you can look at there are almost 150 plus projects that we have delivered across various industries. And so these projects maybe, so earlier it was, for example, R3, ECC, and the latest thing, which is the SAP S4HANA. And if you talk about SAP S4HANA, we are a leading partner into India. There are almost 70 plus projects that we have delivered from SAP S4HANA perspective. And we are consistently performing in that space. Indudara mentioned about intelligent enterprise and Rise with SAP. So in fact, that space also, we are leading partner into Indian market. There are almost 10 projects that currently we are doing from Rise with SAP implementation perspective. And the kind of work that we are delivering in last 1.5 years, specifically in SAP S4HANA cloud space. This year, we have been awarded by SAP as a SAP S4HANA Cloud Partner of the Year award also. In fact, the first go live which happened in India from SAP Private Cloud Edition perspective and SAP Rise with SAP perspective, that was also done by Intellect. So this company is basically in Bangalore. Primarily into the, I would say, the D2C business and the home decor products, basically almost around 15 manufacturing units, e-commerce business, and then they have a retail business also. The entire implementation, in fact, was completely just 3.5 months kind of a time frame. And the reason being is that we have a lot of qualified package solutions, right? We will talk today about one of the qualified package solutions that we have, Intelligent Enterprise. In fact, in India, we have most number of the qualified package solutions. We have package solution for CPG industry, for the IMC industry, for chemical and pharmaceutical. The company who are already using ECC, they wanted to migrate to ECC to SAP S4HANA. So there are a lot of qualified package solutions that we have already built up. And top of that, what we have, the lot of accelerators that we have built up, because as you know, whenever you do any kind of implementation project, be it a chemical industry or pharmaceutical industry, there are certain requirements which are very industry specific. So based on the knowledge or the experience that we have taken up, the lot of accelerators that we have built up, and whenever we do any kind of implementation project, typically we leverage this accelerator as a base. So what it helps, basically it helps us to reduce the overall time frame of the implementation, right? And of course, the overall TCO of the project also. And we have seen many success stories with this qualified package solution and with accelerators. I will talk in more details about this qualified package solution in my next slides. From the accelerator perspective, one of the strong capability area that we have, which is SAP Cloud Platform or the BTP, which is a business technology platform, which is also part of the Rise with SAP solution. So we have a lot of capabilities in that space also. There are a lot of accelerators, the IP solutions that we have. Some of them are mentioned to this slide. So for example, we have iTalk, which is basically end-to-end transportation management solution. Starting from planning to the delivery at the warehouses or maybe at the hub, the entire transportation activity can be managed with that. And top of that is IoT-enabled solution. So even if you wanted to have real-time monitoring of the humidity and the temperature level of the product, which is moving into the vehicle, that can also be achieved with this iTalk solution. Another interesting solution that we have is Ideal and Ivan. So this is basically for your extended community of business. So for example, dealers and distributors, so maybe your suppliers and vendors, right? Because there is always a disconnect between your ERP system and this extended community, right? So that's where we have already built up some point solution, which are again SAP BTP technologies, and these are solutions which are real-time integrated with SAP S4HANA. So apart from SAP S4HANA, we have strong capabilities in SuccessFactors, which is basically cloud-based HR application, SAP Analyst Cloud, which is basically a dashboard solution, BTP I already mentioned. Then we also have strong capabilities in C4C or Hybris, which is basically the CRM application. Right? Chemical and pharma is one of the focus vertical for us. I guess there are almost 45 plus projects that we have already delivered into chemical and pharmaceutical sector, which includes company maybe into the API business, into the formulation, agrochemical, specialty chemical, or it could be, I will say, the dye manufacturing, right? As you talk about any chemical industry vertical into the pharmaceutical vertical, I guess there are a lot of great stories that we have. Some of the clients that we have across various industry. So, for example, Amoli Organics, recently they have gone live on SAP solution. Supreme Petrochem, Camlin Fine Science, 20 Micron, Medley, UPL, Glenmark, Jyoti Lab, Neogen. Various companies are there where we were the part of the entire digital transformation them from SAP perspective. And we have many success stories also with this qualified package solutions. As I mentioned, that one of the key benefit of this qualified package solution is basically to reduce the implementation time frame. And there are many success stories that we have, which are published on SAP portal also, where in fact the complex implementation, I talked about WakeFit, but there are many other examples that we have. Some of the examples are published in SAP portal, as I mentioned, where implementation has been delivered within a 12 to 16 weeks kind of a time frame. The reason being is that accelerators and disqualified package solutions that we have. Right. Apart from that, we have a shared support desk at Mumbai, where we are supporting more than 80 plus customers from our shared support desk. Around 10 conversion projects which we have also delivered. This conversion project is basically for the companies who have implemented SAP ECC and they migrated to SAP S/4HANA. That is a quick brief about Intellect, what we are doing in SAP space. I just want to spend next 5-7 minutes to give you the brief background about the intelligent enterprise package solutions that we have. So basically, what exactly these package solutions are there? So as I mentioned, there are almost 45-50 plus projects that we have delivered into chemical and pharmaceutical industry. So based on the experience that we have taken, there are a lot of best practices that we have built up and a lot of pre-tested processes that we have built up. And top of that, there are a lot of extensive works experience which our team has from the deployment of the solution, these industry verticals. So what we have done, we have pre-configured the entire solution and we packaged into one solution. And this solution is certified by SAP, right? And this solution is aligned with the RISE with SAP, right? So how this benefit for the customer? Whenever we start our journey, implementing this qualified package solutions, right? What we are going to do, we are going to start with the best practices. So if you look at traditionally the earlier approach we used to have from the implementation perspective, we generally start with asking the questions to the customer, what exactly you need, then our explore phase start, then our BBP start, and then actually we start the realize phase. Typically this kind of scenarios take approximately 4 months, I would say 3 months and 4 months, and then end of the day user able to realize, okay, this is how my system looks like in SAP. Right? But if you look at the latest approach that we have with the IntelliZoom package, what we do, we come with the best practices. We show these best practices from the day one to the users, and then they can relate their business. Okay, this is how my business will look like into them. And then we start asking the question to the users, right? So how it helps to the user, they can quickly understand, okay, this is how SAP looks like in my organization. Most of the things, I would say around 80 to 85% things is already inbuilt into the solution. So of course, we can reduce the implementation time frame. Maybe within 12 to 16 weeks, you could be live onto the system. If we can reduce the time frame of the implementation, of course, we can reduce the total TC of the project also. Right. Another important thing is the risk, because here the entire solution is already built up as per your industry. Be it you're the chemical business, be it the API, the formulation business, it's already pre-configured a solution for you. And you can pick and choose the functionalities of the components which you want to have to start your journey. And that's how you can plan your journey, right? What we have seen traditionally with this such kind of approach of the package solution, earlier might be we used to have like 8 months, 10 months kind of implementation time frame. Now that has been reduced maybe around 4 to 5 months. In fact, most of the implementation project that we have delivered, I would say on an average, it's like a 16 to 20 weeks kind of the implementation time frame, even for the complex business also, right? For example, where they have almost 14 to 15 manufacturing units, and then of course the depots, the warehouses, all the stuff basically are there. So that is basically the background about this IntelliZoom package solution. This slide talks about more in terms of what exactly this package solution covers, right? Of course, one important part is the core business, where your manufacturing, the entire manufacturing process, start from your procurement, the quality check, the production, and the logistic part is already covered into that. The second important part is, of course, your HO, where the things like your procurement or might be the financial accounting, management accounting, all this stuff is happening, right? And the third important part, which I mentioned in my first slide, is also basically your extended community of your dealers and distributors. Because what we have seen practically, even there are customers who are using SAP S4HANA with the EC system, there is always a disconnect, between your dealers and distributors, and they are always a key contributor in terms of revenue generating for the company, right? So that's where we already built up the IP, the solution, which is also part of this IntelliZoom package solution, by which you can integrate all of your dealer and distributor into the single platform, right? So this is the core of your business, along with your dealers and distributors. It also has one more component, which is basically a success factor. So starting from your hiring to the retire, the entire journey of the employee that can be managed with this success factor solution, which is already bundled into this IntelliZoom package solution. And then the fourth component, which basically it is basically along with the embedded analytics, we also have built up SAP Analytics Cloud. So SAP Analytics Cloud is basically the dashboard tool, because whenever you implement the ERP system, a lot of reports will come out of the system, right? But the key decision maker might be the CFO, CXO, the companies, the purchase and the plant heads, right? They need a very specific reports which can give the consolidated view of the business, right? So that's where we have built up a lot of KPIs which are already inbuilt into this package solution. And somebody wanted to have a dashboard based on their requirements, that can also be done. So primarily there are four components of this IntelliZoom package solution. One is of your core business, which is basically the ERP solution, SAP S4HANA. It has SuccessFactors. It has the dealer and distributor portal solution, which is built on the SAP Cloud Platform. And then it has a SAP Analytics Cloud, right? So these are the four components. Some of the key indicative benefits which are given. Indudara already talked about some of this benchmark in his presentations. So I will not take much time to explain these benchmarks. But these are some of the benchmark in terms of increasing the productivity, the customer satisfaction, in terms of reducing the vendor invoice processing time, your total logistics cost, right? A total spend, the risk and the compliance code. These are some of the benchmark that we have seen for the various companies who have implemented SAP S4HANA solution, leveraging our IntelliZoom qualified package solution. Next two slides, I just want to give you a quick snapshot. Of course, a lot of discussion is required, but I just want to give you a quick snapshot. Which are the key scenarios typically this package solution includes. Start from the procurement perspective, the entire part, subcontracting, the contract management, the import and the export part is already there. There are very niche, or I would say specific requirements, typically chemical and pharmaceutical company have from the manufacturing perspective. For example, your contract manufacturing, your potency calculation, your yield calculation, the batch management is very important part. The batch costing is a very important thing. The active ingredient processing, right? The co-product, byproduct, receipt management, product costing. So these are the very typical scenarios which are very critical for the pharmaceutical companies with the chemical business. So these are already inbuilt within the solution. Things like the BMR, BPR, these are things already inbuilt into the solution. Then of course, your financial accounting, your statutory compliances, your management accounting, where you could have costing, your profit center accounting, your cost center accounting. You can define multiple profit centers. You can do profitability analysis, right? If you have an R&D department, you want to do the entire monitoring of the R&D departments, like sampling, your prototype work. Everything can be achieved through the project system module, which is there within the qualified package solutions we have. And then it also have the plant maintenance, where the preventive maintenance, your breakdown maintenance. All this stuff which can be managed through this intelligent enterprise package solutions that we have. Top of that, from the sales perspective, the primary sales and the secondary sales both can be managed with this package solutions. As I said, the primary sales is already inbuilt within the solution. From the secondary sales perspective, as I mentioned, we already have a distributor portal solution which is developed on the BTP platform. So, for example, if you are invoicing, your proof of delivery, collection, payment details, you want to do any kind of a new announcement for the dealers and distributor, they want to check the inventory status. All these things are very much possible with this distributor portal solution. And this is a very important tool because it's not only to manage your day-to-day activities, even it also helps you do the better supply chain planning, because you can see which dealer is performing, on which region they are performing, which product is performing, right? So your supply chain planning, your demand planning, and your cash flow, you can do it in a better way with this dealer and distributor portal solution. And then, of course, I mentioned about the employee engagement. So where we have Employee Central, the onboarding and the learning management, starting from your hire to retire cycle, then that thing can be managed with this employee engagement solution. And top of that, there are a few things which are optional. So for example, in pharmaceutical industry specifically, typically they are GMP compliance, right? So a lot of compliance related things are there. So if somebody wanted to have a CSV, a computer system validation, that can also be done. There are various implementation projects that we have done where we have covered the CSV compliance also along with SAP S/4HANA implementation. And even if you want to have any third-party application integration, that can also be achieved. This application integration could be any third-party application. So for example, in chemical pharmaceutical, I've seen LIMS, which is very important from the laboratory information management system. So if you want to integrate LIMS or any third-party application, that can also be achieved. There are standard plug-and-play kind of adapters which are already inbuilt within this IntelliZoom package solutions. By that, we can have a real-time integration with all the third-party applications which you have, right? And the last component of this IntelliZoom package solutions that we have is SAP Analytics Cloud. As you mentioned, is basically a dashboard tool where you could have all your KPI based analytics, right? There are certain analytics which are already pre-built, inbuilt within the solutions, and it is quickly readily available to deploy for your organization, right? Some of the KPIs mentioned here from the CXO perspective, CEO, CFO, sales perspective, production perspective, the plant perspective. So these are the KPIs which are already inbuilt. The dashboards are ready. Quickly we can deploy. On top of that, if you wanted to have any specific KPIs based on your requirements, we can take the inputs and we can build any kind of a dashboard for your CXOs, right? Which basically gives a more actionable data once you have a SAP S/4HANA system in place, right? So that is basically a brief about the package solutions that we have. As I mentioned, my first slide, there are a lot of success stories that we have. So if any of you wanted to understand these success stories, how this IntelliZoom package solutions have helped them to do a quick implementation from the S/4HANA deployment perspective, please feel free to reach us. We have pan-India presence. Across India, we have a sales offices. My email ID is also given here. So if you wanted to have any kind of further details, further information, you could reach over the contact details which are given here. Maybe you can drop a message in the chat box also, right? So that's all from my side. Thanks a lot for your time, patiently hearing me. Yeah, over to you, Namrata. Namrata?
Yeah. Thank you, Hatinder, for this wonderful keynote. I am sure the industry professionals will utilize these insights to make the pharma and chemical manufacturing superior and efficient. Moving on further, we will now celebrate second set of awards. So the first award for COO of the Year Chemicals 2021 goes to Ranjit Chugh from Paradeep Phosphates. I request Mr. Ranjit to come and receive his award and speak few words on this achievement. Priyanka, can you promote Ranjit to panelist? Ranjit, you are on mute.
Yeah. So thank you, Intellect. Thank you, Namrata, coordinating and organizers to giving me an award for which, you know, it's good that recognition comes the way and the journey as a professional. As far as SAP is concerned, I recall my first ERP when it was brought into picture way back in 1999-2000 in Vikram Ispat, Alibag, a sponge unit, and that journey started with SAP. So it's now 21 years. My journey with SAP as an ERP in various industries across I have worked has been, and with SAP being in place, it has helped a lot the top management in evaluating the processes, trying to get a key picture in a very short formats. And in fact, as far as the manufacturing hub is concerned, the maintenance module helps us a lot to plan better. So SAP has been very helpful, and I'm sure with every change in platform, they are upgrading and moving ahead. So my journey with SAP started with, I don't know what platform. Today we are on HANA, and this journey is a continual progress, and it helps the industry a lot. Thanks a lot once again. Thank you, Namrata.
Congratulations, Ranjit. Great show. Thank you. Award for CFO of the Year, Pharma 2021 goes to Ravi Mitra from Gland Pharma.
Thank you, Intellect team and SAP for the award. We all know that year 2021 has been very challenging for the industry, and especially for the pharma, where we had to all rise to meet up the expected increased demand from across the globe to supply critical medicines. In this aspect, I think a robust IT system and MIS system like S4, SAFC, etc., has helped all the business to manage the operations efficiently, maintain the control, the cost properly, and as well as faster decision making. So we all know that it's a great tool. And again, thank you, Intellect and SAP, for the award. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Ravi.
Thank you.
Great show. Thank you. Next award for Operations Leader of the Year, Energy 2021 goes to Anand Mishra from Apar Industries. I request you to come and receive this award and speak few words on this achievement. Anand, you are not audible.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My video link is also.
Yeah, you are visible too.
Okay, fine. Great. Thanks, team Alden Global, for inviting me for this award. And good evening to all of those who are present on this panel. As you know that post-COVID, the things have been different. And thanks to the support of technology, that we are able to deliver the desired result, in fact, much better than that's what we realize now. So including SAP, including other technology supports, which has really made the things much more clearer. It has become more transparent. And we have also realized the importance of such technical supports. So that's going to be the way we are going to be working here. And it has really changed the way we work, and it's going to be continuing. It's really given us many, many more benefits also. Things are much better visibility-wise, and much crisp reports are now required, which thanks to SAP that we are able to get. And there is a lot of potential there, which many of us are not using it regularly. And that's where the need is there, that we have to look forward and find out that how these things are going to be useful to us. It has been a great journey during this period, and it's going to be much, much better with the help of all those technological support which is available. Thanks once again, Namrata and the team. Thank you.
Congratulations, Anand. Great show.
Thank you.
Next award for Women IT Leader of the Year, Medical Device 2021 goes to Ganga S from Medtronic.
Yes, sir.
Request Ganga to come and receive this award.
फोन किया मैं तो सेम 5 मिनट दे टाइम ऐसा कर
We request everyone to go on mute.
30 मिनट में मैं
Hi Namrata, good evening to all of you. Thank you team for this recognition. It's my journey in SAP, using SAP since 20 years. It's a backbone for operations and finance. Apart from SAP, I think now since we're talking more about S4, I think we have been using this for a couple of years now and build some self-service data insights. This allows the analysts and leaders to draw information, right time and right information. And this has been very helpful at this point of time during this, like what Anand Mishra also quoted, like information is very much required with this all remote working. People are able to do self-service and get their own information using S4HANA, and the speed of delivery is much higher. Thanks SAP and Intellect team for this.
Congratulations, Ganga. Thank you. Congratulations to all the awardees out there. Moving forward, we have an interesting panel discussion on the topic of transforming to an intelligent enterprise with ERP. Let's get amazing insights from the practicing industry leaders. Here I call moderator Mr. Ketan Kharkanis from Clariant Chemicals, Priyabrata Sarangi from DCM Shriram, M. Prabhakar Rao from Netco Pharma, Krishna Sai from Biocon, and Indu Raja from SAP. I hand it over to Ketan to start the panel discussion.
Thanks, Namrata. I hope I am audible and I am visible.
Yeah.
Great. Good evening, everyone. And we've got a very tight schedule, so I'll just straight away start the session. So I've got with me, eminent panelist, Mr. Prabhakar Rao from NATCO, Mr. Indu Dara, you heard him already from SAP, Mr. Krishna Sai from Biocon, and Mr. Priyabrata Sarangi from DCM Shriram. Yeah. We quickly introduce ourselves very quickly. So my full name is Ketan Karkanis. I work for a multinational chemical company called Clariant, and we are a specialty chemical company. We are based out of headquartered in Mutten, Switzerland. In India, we are based out of Airoli, Mumbai, and we have manufacturing plants all across India. Yeah. So I quickly request all the other panelists to just maybe in a couple of lines have their introduction, and then we can start the session.
Yeah, hi, this is Krishna Sai here from Biocon. Around 25 years with IT and all the way in pharma. Earlier with Dr. D's, now with Biocon. So that's the brief about me.
Great, thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Indu Dara here from SAP. You've already heard me, and a quick introduction to myself. I work as an industry customer advisor at SAP, and I help organizations on their digital transformation journey. Happy to be a part of this particular platform, wherein it's a cross-platform between our customers, between a lot of organizations, between the key leaders, wherein we can share our thoughts and ideations and take the approach forward. So looking forward to the discussion. Thanks, Ketan.
I'm Vilas Pujari. I am CIO in ECG Worldwide. So we have SAP, CRM, and many such application implementations, and we have been very successfully managing a work from home situation even now, and our work from home is likely to extend it till March. So we are managing all this with a lot of challenges, but and happy to share some of those thoughts during my panel discussion here in panel. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pujari.
Hi, this is Prabhakar Rao. I work for Natco Pharma as an associate vice president. Been in the industry for quite some time, and the journey with SAP is also close to about 2.5 decades. Glad to be part of this panel and look forward for a good exchange of ideas. Yeah, thank you.
Great. Can we start then, Namrata? Okay. Silence is golden, so let's start. So, let's start with one question that we all have in the mind, and this question is pretty much open for all of us to answer. We'll go around the table. So, in the current times, where technology plays an important role in any business operations, there's also a question in the mind of the IT leaders, on the investment. More so from the point of view of upskilling of the users, because in IT the technologies keeps on changing, every 6 months, if not a year. Also the risk of obsolescence, and also fit to purpose. I would say more importantly, adding the necessary business value as a part of business. So I believe it's important for the stakeholders to find out the necessary value proposition that the technologies can deliver. So I wanted to understand from you leaders, how do you deal with the current scenario? And maybe towards the end, how does SAP answer questions like this? Yeah. So maybe if we can start with you, Mr. Prabhakar, and then we go around the table.
Okay. Well, I think so being in the technology game, we need to keep ourselves updated. Okay. So I think the things change very. There's a fast obsolescence, and there's an imminent need for us to keep updated all our applications, all our systems. It is not only from the technology point of view, but to get the relevant manpower also. Okay, so it's like I'm just correlating. Sometime back it was very easy to get some .NET guys, but today it is very difficult to get .NET guys. Okay, so likewise on the other applications. Okay, so yes, so that's a continuous rat race. I would say that we have to keep on updating, and one is for the organizational benefit, to see that the organization gets the best out of it, and second is of course the skilled manpower also from that point of view. Every time, yes, that's a challenge that we all have as CIOs, that we need to create a business case for that. Okay, and I think it's part and parcel of this particular, I would say, this domain. So, like say some years back we had ECC, SAP 4.7. Today we don't talk about 4.7, or we have migrated from 4.7 to ECC 6 and EHP and other things, and now HANA. Okay, again, while we are on 1809, the world is again on something else. So yes, that's a continuous thing, and that's an investment that has to be done to ensure that the business also gets the benefit of the latest things. Okay, but of course we'll have to evaluate it, and sometimes we may make a calculated choice to remain with the older version. Okay, I hope I have answered your point.
Yeah, definitely, and I think really good points put forth by you. Maybe I can go to Priyabrata. Sorry, I think we missed you during the introduction. So you can start with a brief introduction, and also you heard the question. Maybe you can answer on these points.
I think now in this the perfect answer is I am implementing SAP S4 HANA for all my vertical. We talk about sugar, alcohol, standardizer. We talk about textile. We talk about chemical. That's why I'm little bit busy. No, just we have done yesterday go live, and lot of teething issues coming. So my answer is, see, investment based on business requirement. As a IT leader, you must understand the business requirement And also you must understand the which technology will resolve your issues or pain areas. That is very, very important. And as a IT leader, you must understand that if you can use one platform for all the vertical, then it will be easy for IT maintenance perspective also. So that's why my strategy is 100% cloud. And we are going with private cloud, no on-premise system, nothing. And all the vertical coming in S/4HANA. And this is big value addition as far as your business transformation is concerned, all the process stabilization is concerned, and as far as management dashboard is concerned, the financial part, the decision making part, everything possible in one platform. It is all the vertical in one platform. That is very easy for this part. So in terms of value addition, lot of value addition we will get, and your top management, I think you can easily convince your management on this aspect, on this type of IT role. Over to you, Ketan.
Thank you, Priyavrata. Mr. Pujari, you want to add something? Mr. Pujari, are you able to listen? Okay, we move to Krishna Sai then. So Krishna, can we hear your thoughts on this?
Yeah. I think both Prabhakar and Priyavrata has covered. So if I understood right, you were asking about how do we put the business case around the new investments or whatever it is, right? Yes. So luckily, or the positive side of it from the pandemic has been that it has been slightly easier to convince the senior management about the digital transformation investments, whatever are required. Now we are now seeing a pull from business departments, compared to it used to be a push from IT earlier. Where we go to finance or wherever it is and then ask, okay, why don't you do this, or why don't we go to the newer module of SAP, or why don't we do an RPA or whatever it is. Now it is a pull which is coming from there, obviously, because they understood the technology's technology role in the overall business process and the kind of impact it can bring in, which we visually saw in the last, let's say, 1.5 year or 2 years kind of thing, which has impacted the majority of the organization. But now it has got the other side of it, the what you say, the expectations from the business is drastically increasing, and there's a huge pressure coming on to the IT team, which is alluding back to what Prabhakar was saying. The users are coming with more and more tech savvy kind of people, and they are putting more questions, saying that why can't it be done like this, right? So it's like a continuous journey, like what Prabhakar said, but that's what I feel. Now it has become, things have changed especially in pharma compared to 4 or 5 years back to now with respect to technology, especially in India. Maybe outside India it might have been changed definitely earlier, but in India in the last 4 or 5 years there's a drastic technology change in pharma. That's what I feel.
Okay, great. Good to know that. So maybe the last person in the panel, Indu. Now, from a OEM or SAP point of view, let's hear your thoughts quickly on this.
Sure, Ketan. Thanks for all the leaders. I think the perspective that we get from the leaders is more from the business side of things as to how technology is impacting their business. And let me give a perspective from the technology side, right? Because from a technology side, it is also important for us to leverage the newer technologies which are upcoming and give that benefit to our customers. So, as and when the technology is moved, say for example, from mainframes to client server technologies to web-based technologies, etc., SAP also had to move in line with those technologies. And today we're talking about intelligent enterprise because we are saying that this is the future. Right, and this is where we would want to take our customers also. Now, technology can be talked about, back-end ERP and managing business processes, etc., etc. But it's much more than that. In my keynote, I also spoke about how technology is impacting businesses day in, day out. It's impacting customers day in, day out, and how these newest technologies can be leveraged by organizations as well, not only on a technical front to manage their day in, day out processes, but also looking at the overall company, the business benefits that they're gaining, the visibility that they're getting into their business processes for their organizations to move forward, Ketan. So that's my brief view.
Okay, interesting. Thank you, Indu. Thank you. Okay, we go to the next question now. I see that we are talking a lot on the intelligent ERP, and the analytics which has come into the ERP. So I want to ask this question on what's your thought of becoming a future ready by moving into intelligent ERP from a transactional one. So let me ask you, Prabhakar, because in pharma, you have been using ERP since a long time, and I'm sure a few years back, it was a transactional one, but now things have changed. So what's your thought on this intelligent ERP stuff? Prabhakar? I think Prabhakar is not on seat. So maybe Krishna, if you could pick this up.
Yeah. So while we have not as a company we have not moved to the S4 journey yet, but the ERP as such, the base ERP which is covering all the business process operations have been there from long time. Let's say 20-25 years, like what people have been saying. But the changes which SAP has been introducing and slowly migrating towards the cloud, and the kind of platforms what they have introduced, whether it is analytics on cloud or your SAC, what has it's been called, or even your ERP, which is on the cloud now, which I think Prevartha was talking about, right? So that has been very, what you say, very innovative kind of designs which have been coming up. The base business process, any of the ERPs will obviously handle. The value comes in wherein that smaller kind of minute details which comes in, and the integration what it brings along with your other applications what you have in the landscape, especially on the pharma side. If you go to the core manufacturing or core quality, there are, by virtue of let's say historical systems what we have, or even there are some OEMs which will give us specific equipments with those specific softwares which we might have to continue to use that, right? So those kind of things, the integration has been the major challenge, or the major what you say, the plus point which comes in from SAP. So that's what is my point. I see now Prabhakar is back. Maybe Prabhakar can add.
I'm sorry, I had to go out for urgent call.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Prabhakar, my question was about the intelligent ERP, and earlier it used to be a transactional one, and now we are talking a lot of analytics and all. So what's your thought on that? Yeah, and I think Krishna put it in a very nice way. So maybe few words from your side as well.
Then, if you don't mind, I'm extremely sorry. Can you repeat it?
Sure. So we are talking about intelligent ERP from a transactional one.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's your thought of the intelligent ERP being the baseline of being future ready? So what's the future of intelligent ERP?
So I'll just kind of toss a few buzzwords. Okay, people are talking nowadays about the connected enterprises, connected world. Okay, connected enterprises, and there are so many buzzwords that are coming across in every. I think not a single day goes off without we hearing some of those words like AI, RPA, bots. Okay, all that. So when you talk about a connected world, it is absolutely essential that an organization has to be connected internally also so well. Okay, so gone are the days when, when we started talking about ERP in the earlier days, I think, my colleagues would definitely resonate with me on that. When we were talking about ERP at that time, we were talking about the silos of information, etc. So today we don't talk about silos of information. I think gone are those days. and it's a connected enterprise. And now, kind of on a lighter side, the Dil Mange More kind of thing. So the ERP is there, but people want, the ERP to be intelligent. And when we are talking about intelligent, the intelligence can be achieved only when it is connected well with many things. Okay, like let's say if we find a person who is, if you find some person on the earth nowadays, I'm saying at least a college teen or someone who doesn't know about Google, I think all of us will start looking at him very differently, him or her very differently. So there are not a single person who is, kind of not used to any of the search engines or etc. Likewise, I think people are looking at a ERP to give more than what is the transaction data. Okay, so if I'm talking about, say, a particular invoices or sales invoices, I don't think so. The discussion stops there. The discussion is what is the budget versus the sales, or what is the overall market potential versus the sales, etc. So people are talking more than what is available on the transaction. So if we have to have the other things working together, so the ERP has to be a connected ERP, it has to be intelligent ERP. When I'm talking about intelligent, it has to be connected to multiple things. Like in the earlier keynote also, I saw that, the ERP has become a small piece now. There are so many things around it. There are so many surround applications around it. And it is not only from one stable, but it is from multiple stables. People want the ERP to be connected to the internet to collect some information. Like, to give us some small example, currency fluctuations. We would like to have the currency fluctuations inbuilt into our ERP. So earlier, about 10 years back, we would be not talking about it.
Absolutely.
Or likewise, if we are talking about a stock ticker, we would like to have it as part of our internal application. So earlier it was not that case. Okay, we would go to the BSC site or somewhere and see the stock, but today we want it as part of our internal applications. Likewise, so the currency fluctuations or the automation. So intelligent ERP will also facilitate the roadmap towards digitization or digitalization. Okay, so I think it is imminent that we need to have a intelligent ERP which can facilitate collaboration, which can facilitate robotic process automations, which can kind of take data from IoT devices, okay, or bots, artificial intelligence, analytics, etc., etc. Sorry, my answer must have been very long, but just thought to put the thoughts around.
I think this, what you said is absolutely right. And I would say we can really talk full day about it.
Yeah.
It's so detailed. And I completely agree. It's the future of connected systems. And, it's all about collaboration and how the systems talk to each other. Yeah. We have, as I mentioned, we have a very tight schedule. So Namrata, do we have a time for one more question, or do we open the floor for Q&A? What do you say?
I can take audience question now.
Very good. So the floor is open for Q&A.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to answer any question, ask any question for the panelists, go ahead.
Yeah. So the first question is, how does a good ERP help organizations to become agile and more profitable? Should I repeat the question? It is
that's fine. I think we were waiting for who will pick that up, right? So let me pick that up. So the good ERP, so the question was more of how good ERP will help the organization. So ERP, by virtue of definition itself, I think maybe this is quite old. It obviously connects the entire the departments, whatever are there, the department specific processes will be stitched together in an ERP, it will give you one single view, wherein you will be able to see what is a particular transaction, starting from your receipt of your material till the FG which is going out from your company, everything is mapped there. Now, given the technological changes what have been coming with HANA being there, S4 being there, it will also, because they are more of in-memory databases and all, the capability of the databases are much more, wherein in case of, let's say ours or in my even previous organization, we try to give real-time sale numbers hourly, which we, let's say, some 5-10 years back, it was not looked at all, right? You might have to wait for the night, let your from your OLTP system, let the data go to your analytics system, there the massaging will be done, and next day morning is what you have the number, even if that's a one-day kind of thing. So now with the HANA being there, trying to give on an hourly basis, where are you, or which is so critical in our kind of business, in the pharma kind of business, especially on the field force and all, where they will look at obviously to reaching the targets, whether I'm in the target or not in the target, or how much is the gap. So that becomes so critical towards the month. And so these are the smaller examples what an ERP can give you, on top of analytics being embedded onto the ERP. So that's what I thought to answer the question, if that helps. Anyone else can pick up.
Perfect, Mr. Krishna. I think you summarized a lot of points there. Like you mentioned about ERP, the basic principle of ERP itself was about streamlining all the business processes for an organization, isn't it? So I think we have come a long way from that, right? So initially it was about connecting individual processes, connecting individual departments, etc. Now it is more about how can an organization look at the top level, like a bird's eye view, and get insights into the health of the organization so that they can quickly take decisions on where the organization should be heading. Right. Say, for example, if you know that the profitability for one region is high, how do we make it much more profitable? If it is low, should I invest in my marketing much more? Right. So these are some of the decisions that you can take based on the insights. These are some of the
Please go on mute.
Yeah, so these are some of the insights, and based on the insights, how decisions can be taken by organizations. I think there are a lot of focus areas, a lot of opportunities for organizations to move just beyond ERP. I think most of the organizations now are already on ERP. It's about leveraging the key aspects of technology much more to propel towards a growth journey.
Next question. Next question is it possible to drive improvements in automation at scale together? How? Hello?
Yes. See, your question is automation and process can run simultaneously.
Yeah.
Yes. See, I would like to give some example as far as manufacturing concerned. Suppose you are implementing SAP S4HANA, and because SAP S4HANA gives you on the core module, suppose somebody has finalized on the core module for their organization, but the core module, like you take about production and planning. So production planning is a module which you can do the manual data feeding, but taking the data from the manufacturing and feeding in the system, maybe some of discrepancy may happen. SAP is a capability now. In the old days, they are very difficult to integration with the manufacturing system in the SAP. Now cloud integration module already available with the SAP, and you can integrate with the your production system, so that once anything will be produced, it will go and hit your production order, or what are the batch and what are the classification. So there is no manual intervention. So you'll get the real time your inventory. And in the SAP S4HANA, the live MRP system is there. So in the previous system, it was the historical data. Now it is a live MRP. MRP connected with your whole supply chain process. So in this ERP, there are huge capability to streamline your process as well as to connect with your plant operation. Not only plant operation, also the total sales to execution planning, your financial planning, your costing, everything is possible through the live data. So this is possible. The strategy must be that. So whenever you are going to finalize something, you must consider, because in Indian scenario, you can see we can purchase SAP, but we leave the part of the system which can integrate their automation system, that plant automation system. So if you make a strategy from your subfloor, that means your plant to highest level, your top floor, you have to consider everything and combine it with SAP. I think you can achieve all the things. This is the way you can achieve both the things.
And I think who better than Mr. Priyabrata to talk about scale and automation, right? Because as he, initially introduced himself, and he was implementing S4HANA for multiple business divisions already, right? And that's where his day is busy as well. So there is also a, angle of scale as well. Because if you have multiple divisions in your company, which is not only looking at one industry vertical, but multiple industry verticals, we have seen customers, going ahead and implementing S4HANA and getting scale and automation on the same lines for their organizations.
Thank you, Indu. Thanks to all the top leaders for enriching the discussion. Now, again, we have precious moments to celebrate India's most prestigious awards in pharma, chemical, manufacturing, and technology, presented by Intellect, SAP, and organized by Alden Global Value Advisors. Now, let's start the celebration with the final sets of awards for the day. First award for Most Innovative Business Leader of the Year, Pharma 2021, goes to Suresh Patahil. I request Kripa William to come and receive this award on his behalf from FB and speak few words on this achievement. Shankar, can you promote Kripa to panelist?
Hi, Namrata, am I audible?
Yeah, Kripa, you're audible.
Hi, good evening, and thank you very much for this award. I'm very sorry that Suresh cannot join us today because he's on a flight back to his home in Mumbai. But I am here on his behalf to collect this award. So a big thank you to Intellect, SAP, and Alden for reaching out to us. While I cannot speak for Suresh, all I can say, in an environment as challenging as the COVID-19 pandemic, which has put us into quite a tizzy nowadays, it is only important for us to be innovative and future fit for us to survive as an organization or as a successful business. And if there's anything that the pandemic has taught us, it is the art of agility. So on that note, I thank you very, very much. And I will let Suresh know the kind words that were shared by you, Namrata. Thank you very much. And I look forward to and wish you safety to all the jury members and the audience listening in to us.
Congratulations, Kripa. Thank you.
Thanks, Namrata.
Next award for CIO of the Year, Chemicals 2021, goes to Priyabrata Sarangi from DCM Shriram Industries. I request Priyabrata to come and speak few words on this achievement.
Yeah, thank you, Namrata.
Priyabrata, you are on mute.
Hello.
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. So I'm highly thankful to all the members who nominated me for this award, and a lot of work I'm doing through SAP, and actually we're exploring so many functionality of SAP, and we're getting. Already I've told you that this is SAP one of the ERP which can serve all the purpose of any of the business scenario. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, all the members who nominated me. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Priyabrata. Great show.
Thank you.
Next award for IT Leader of the Year, Chemicals 2021 goes to Atul Govil from India Glycols. I request him to come and speak few words on this achievement. Okay, coming to the next award.
I think he's dropped off. Yeah, next award, please.
Yeah. Next award for Finance Leader of the Year, Foods 2021 goes to Sunil Lodha from Kashyap Sweeteners. I request Sunil to come and speak few words on this achievement. I think he has dropped off. Next award for Most Innovative Operation Leader of the Year Pharma 2021 goes to Paleshwar Rao from Hetero Drugs. I request Paleshwar to receive this award and speak few words on this achievement.
I think Baleshwar has also dropped now.
Okay, sure, not an issue. Next award for Young Woman IT Leader of the Year Pharma 2021 goes to Sanyogita Chakrabarti from Buharinger Engineering. I would like to call her to receive this award and speak few words on her achievement.
I think she has also dropped. Next award, please.
Next award for Most Innovative Technology Leader of the Year Pharma 2021 goes to Jitendra Mishra from Alembic Pharmaceuticals.
Next award, please. I think he's dropped.
Next award for Most Innovative Digital Leader of the Year Pharma 2021 goes to Krishna Sai from Biocon. Priyanka, next time. I request Krishna to come and speak few words on this achievement.
Yeah, thank you, Namrata. Thank you, Team Intellect and SAP for this award. So SAP has been our, integral part of our journey, starting from the day we started our operations 20 years back. And personally, I have been with SAP from past, like I said, 25 years. So it's been a good journey, and the innovations what are happening in SAP, around SAP, that is what would help. Along with the team, I would like to thank both the Intellect team and SAP for this award. Thank you.
Congratulations, Krishna.
Thank you, Sandeep.
Congratulations, Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next award for Finance Leader of the Year, Healthcare 2021 goes to Soom Chopra from Tirupati Group. I request him to come and speak few words on this achievement.
Soma has dropped, Namrata. Next slide.
Next award for Operation Leader of the Year, Pharma 2021 goes to Sridharan S. from McLeod's Pharma. Okay, coming on to the next award. For CIO of the Year Manufacturing 2021 goes to Jayanta Bhomik from Kesoram Industries.
I think next slide, please.
Okay.
Jayanta is not there. He's dropped.
Next award for Technical Leader of the Year Chemicals 2021 goes to Yoram Benjamin from J Chemical Industries.
Thank you, Alden, for organizing this. And also thank Intellect and SAP for this award and recognition. And I'll say I was associated with SAP when it was being implemented in BSF when I joined it in 1998. And this journey has continued over the years. So thank you all for this award. Thank you.
Congratulations, Yoram.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Yoram.
Thank you. Thank you, Namrata.
Thank you. Next award for Most Innovative CIO of the Year Chemicals 2021 goes to Ajay Awale from Ecofarm Chemicals.
Please promote Ajay to panelists.
Hello. Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, Ajay, you're audible, but your video is not visible.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, thanks team Intellect SAP for this motivational recognition. And as far as SAP is concerned, I think I'm associated with SAP since last more than 20 years. I've done, I think, 3 or 4 multinational implementations, and today in Aquaform Chemicals, the system is well matured. We are progressing on the system enhancement, still continue, and looking for S4 upgradation. Thanks, team.
Congratulations, Ajay.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Congratulations, Ajay. Thank you. Next award for Most Innovative Business Transformation Leader of the Year Pharma 2021 goes to M. Prabhakar Rao from Netco Pharma. I would like to call Prabhakar to receive this award.
Thank you, Alden, and thank you, the SAP team and Intellect team, for nominating and giving this award. Very glad to be the recipient of this, and I'm glad to see all the other peers also who have done a wonderful job. My congratulations to all of them also. I owe this award to my complete team for this. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Mr. Prabhakar.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Prabhakar.
Thank you, Namrata.
Thank you. Next award for IT Leader of the Year, Pharma 2021 goes to Avadut Parab from Wokhad.
Next slide, please. Abdul has dropped.
Okay. Award for Most Innovative Finance Leader of the Year, Chemicals 2021 goes to Amit Vakharia from Caliber Chemicals. I request Amit to come and receive this award. Okay, moving on to the next award. CIO of the Year, Life Science 2021 goes to Mukund S from Eris Life Sciences. I request Mukund to come and receive this award and speak few words on this achievement.
Hey, hi. It's a moment of elation and honor to be recognized as a CIO of the Year. Would like to thank the jury and the organizers, Intellect, SAP, and Alden for selecting me and nominating me for this very prestigious award. It is a recognition to all our partners and to my team. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate all the other winners of this evening. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Mukund.
Thank
Great
you.
show. Thank you. Next award for Technology Leader of the Year, Chemicals 2021 goes to Ketan Kharkanis from Clariant Chemicals. I would like to call Ketan to speak few words on this achievement.
Priyanka, Clarinet Award, please. Clarinet Award.
Hello. Am I audible, Namrata?
Yeah, Ketan, loud and clear.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you very much. I will not take much time. So thanks for the recognition. And it was very nice to be associated here. Thank you, Intellect. Thank you, SAP.
Congratulations, Ketan.
Thank you.
Great show.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ketan.
Thank you, Namrata.
Next award for Most Innovative Technical Leader of the Year. Next award for Business Leader of the Year, Bicycle Tires 2021 goes to Varun Sureka from Hartex Rubber.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah, Varun, you're.
So thank you so much to Alden, Intellect, SAP,
Hello.
and the jury as well. Many congratulations to my fellow awardee.
Hello, bro.
There's a funny quote that I came across. It says, "There go my people. I must find out where they are going so I can lead them." That's by Alexandre Rollin, who was the leader of the French Revolution back in 1848. And it made me think that today life's so much more chaotic, and we've also got processes and we've also got systems. And I find that following processes, systems, and people is the key to actually empowering our people to consistently perform at the highest level that they can be at, and for them to be the best version of themselves. And so on behalf of the organization, which is our people, processes, and systems, thank you once again.
Congratulations, Varun.
Congratulations, Varun. Thank you. Next award for Most Innovative Technical Leader of the Year, Pharma 2021 goes to Rajiv P. Sutar from Anu Pharma. I request Rajiv to come and speak few words on this achievement.
I think Rajiv has dropped Namrata. Next.
Okay. So the last award for the day for IT Professional of the Year, Pharma Solutions 2021 goes to Vilas Pujari from ACG Worldwide. I request Vilas to come and speak few words on this achievement. Yeah, Vilas, you're audible.
Thank you for this award to Allen team and the jury and Intellect and SAP. The award really reflects the challenges that we as technology leaders face in tough situations like this. And we hope we live up to our users' expectation or business expectations, and will continue to do this. And this reward only goes to motivate me and my team a lot. And this really is deserved by my team. Thank you, all my team members, and thank you, Alder and SAP and Intellect.
Congratulations, Vilas.
Thank you.
Great show. Congratulations to all the awardees out there. Now I call Vilas Pujari, CIO from ACG Worldwide, to thank all the leaders and delegates.
Hello.
Yeah, Vilas, over to you.
Yeah. So I'm little in a weak signal area. So apologies if there is any slight disturbance here. I know how much it takes to organize this kind of this scale and size of the award ceremony. Thank you, Alden team, first of all, to take the pains and the efforts and the energies to organize this kind of event. It's a lot of coordination, it's a lot of efforts. Really appreciate the work done by Alden. Next is thank you, jury members, for taking your busy time off to help select the right and really deserving awardees. And a lot of work has gone by you all. And thank you all for the efforts and the time that you have given to us. Thirdly, the partners without whose support it would have been impossible to host such an event, SAP and Intellect. Thank you very much for your support, and we look forward to continued support to Alden in their endeavor. And lastly, our CIOs, the awardees, congratulations to you all, and all the awardees really have put in something and have done something great, and they really have deserved this award. And thank you all the participants on behalf of Alden and the organizers and the partners for participating in the event. Thank you, and have a great evening.
Thank you, Vilas. Thanks to all industry leaders and delegates for joining us. We thank Intellect and SAP, our presenting partners, for setting up such a top-level forum and delivering innovative insights. Looking forward to seeing you at the next Top CXOs Leaders Forum and Awards. Thank you all. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.